Yo, it's your boy Ancient Albatross here again with the Cypher Unlimited crew. We have our usual suspects of Spiggs18 or Anthony. We have Alphadean or Dean. But just as a quick reminder, if you haven't already, be sure to follow us here on Twitch and subscribe to us over on YouTube. It is a great help for our channel. We really appreciate all the support we've gotten so far. Without further ado, Dean, what are we doing here tonight?
Tonight we're going to have some fun. We're going to talk about nothing short of the Cypher System Starter Set. And we're going to unbox it live on camera. And we're going to talk about all the bells and whistles and doohickeys and goodies in there. So, Anthony, you want to get us started with the fun?
Yeah, why not? What's up, guys? Welcome back to the CU. We'd love to have you here. I'm sick as a dog now, so if I sound funny, excuse me. And if I go through a phase of an uncontrollable cough, my apologies in advance. I actually slept through our GM CypherCon meeting. Like I was telling Dean off air, I got home from work. I was feeling crappy, so I said, let me lie down for a little bit. I set my alarm for like 6:45. I slept right through that bad boy. Woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning the next day. So thank you to Dean, thank you to Kenna, thank you to Lane for taking the notes and running the meeting for me. My apologies once again. That really sucked. I slept through the entire thing. And before we even get to this bad boy, yes, mine's are still wrapped in plastic because I pretty much have 2 of everything. And if this goes well, I have a ton of other stuff wrapped in plastic if you guys want us to do some more unboxings. But before we even get started on this, Dean, did you get a look at the pictures from the Darkest Woods that MCG's been putting out on Facebook, on Twitter?
Yeah, they're freaking amazing.
Yeah, they're freaking crazy. That cover one with the guy like walking out of the wood. I don't know if he might have looked like a soldier or something, and he seems to be like walking out of this like dark wood image. That image is so dope. I actually want that picture. So I just want to talk about that first because the Darkest Wood imagery is starting to look really, really sweet.
Yeah, the imagery. Listen, the whole concept. After talking to Charles about it, anyway, it was really cool. Because he gave it like this whole other aspect to it, which to me kind of, like you said, expands on the Darkest House, takes the Darkest House to another level. And this in and of itself is going to be built to be more of a full-on campaign and so on and so forth. And then, like you said, the imagery, just plugging that imagery in, man, the possibilities and ideas are just running rampant in my brain.
If you don't know what we're talking about, check out Facebook or check out Twitter, because I know, or Blue Sky, I know they put those images on all 3 of those platforms. They have like 5 or 6 images floating out there, and all 5 of them are crazy about it. Provocative and scary looking. I wonder if it's the same artist that's doing the Old God stuff, because it kind of looks like it. But I know that they have a ton of talented artists on payroll, so I don't know if it's the same person. But if it is the same person, they're really kicking ass.
Is it on our Facebook page?
Yes. If you go to our Facebook page, I shared some of it.
That's what I did. So yeah, let people know. Yeah, definitely just go to the Cypher Unlimited Facebook page, and you should be able to see them.
But that first image is crazy. Even the way like the Darkest Woods is like in the imagery itself, like written into the wood part, it's just a cool picture.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I mean, the pictures are, like you said, they're phenomenal, very evocative. All of them, to me, bring another. They all bring a different sense of what the woods is going to be about. And the fact that Charles was saying how it's primordial in nature just makes it that much cooler.
I always wondered how many people actually played the game through the app and how many people actually used the book. I'm just curious to see. And this one's a little differently because this one you're getting the book and the app at the same time, which I think which is hella cool. But I wonder how many people played The Darkest House using the app, and did they still go and purchase the book, or how many people just played The Darkest House through the book?
Well, I know me personally, I've used the app a lot. I used the app well before the book was ever announced. And then when the book came out, I've actually used the book to let people borrow the book to, get their interest up and so they could see, how cool it is and stuff like that. So Jason in the chat said, Jason, our shadow man, he was like, he uses both,
I've never run The Darkest House. I've played Darkest House through the app. I own the book, of course. I actually own 2 copies. We could do an unboxing of the Darkest House book if you want. But the book is gorgeous, but I've never used the book, so that's why I was just wondering.
Yeah, I've used the app more than anything because, like I said, every Halloween I use the app. I've been using it since it came out, ever since COVID, and I've been using it. And now, like I said, I'm just excited about the possibilities.
Carl said he has 2 I have 2 copies. He has 0. That means you never claimed your coupon, dude, because I'm pretty sure you have a coupon for that.
Yeah. We were just talking about, literally just talking. I was just talking to Al about that. I'm like, dude, you better, you got
He has like 50 coupons he hasn't claimed.
Well, I told him you only got like a year to claim them. He's like, well, I'm just waiting on Magnus Archive. Like, dude, you better claim that stuff. You ain't gonna have you're gonna need a forklift just to get it to the door.
All right, guys. So I don't know how with the view with the plastic, but this is the Cypher System Starter Set. I have a general idea what's in this. I've seen it at multiple conventions, but I've never actually opened one. I have 2 copies here. I've never actually opened one, so I figured let's get started and open one. Unless you got something else you want to bring up before I crack this bad boy open.
No, go ahead, crack it open, man. Let's do this.
Let's see what we're doing here. Yes, I'm using a kitchen knife. Good old fashioned style. And no question about a Puerto Rican with a knife. All right, let's see what we got here.
Especially a kitchen knife, right?
Well, man.
Especially a kitchen knife.
Yeah, oh yeah. All right, let's see right here. First off, this box is pretty sturdy. All right, let me take out all the products. I know there's some other stuff in here.
Oh, let me get my open box. Hold on. Get everything out so we can look at it together.
Oh, I dropped the dice. All right. All right, so first off, let's just do the accessories before we go into the actual game product itself. You got the Cypher deck, and it looks like you get more than just XP cards.
Yeah, there's XP cards, there's intrusion cards, there's I think Cypher cards too.
Okay. Yep, you get a good amount of XP cards. Oh, and then the art cards too. I love these cards. Oh, each card has a different I'm sorry, I'm looking at it myself. But each card has a different image on them of a different character. I'm assuming they're the different characters and NPCs that you could use during the pre-written adventures they have for you. So, yep, they're all original different images. The artwork is hella cool. And then you have an intrusion deck. Oh, nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12 intrusion cards. And like most intrusion decks, they have a combat, interaction, and a miscellaneous intrusion for you. So if you have a hard time coming up with an intrusion on the fly, or you just want inspiration, you can look through these cards prior to the game and figure out what kind of intrusions you want to use. So that's pretty cool. You definitely have enough XP and intrusion cards to run with a game of 4. I do have a pet peeve.
Okay.
All right, I would say this now, and I know a lot of people like to say, "Chad, I'm the most critical," but you only get 2 dice. The D20 looks really cool, and 1 D6. I mean, personally, I know these are the only 2 dice you need, but you have to assume that someone using a starter set may not be experienced, including the GMs and the players. So I would have been angry if they would have put another D20 in the set, like 2 D20s and 2 D6s, just so there's 2 dice going around the table to share amongst the players. You figure a GM and 2 players. I mean, it's not the end of the world that you only have this, but it would have been nice for another D20.
I can see that.
But it's, decent looking dice, bright lettering. I can't complain on the dice. Oh, I forgot to mention too, this was written by Monty Cook and Sean K. Reynolds. All right, so which book you want to do first, Dean?
Well, we tend to have more game masters sitting in here than as usual. So let's talk about the player book first and save the game master for last.
Okay, and it actually says read this first.
Yeah, so look at that.
So here's the player's book.
Well, Anthony, you forgot about one other accessory though.
What?
Character sheets.
Oh yeah, I figured we'll talk about that. I did forget about the cheat sheet though.
Oh yeah, and a cheat sheet.
You get 1 cheat sheet, and it tells you the armor rules, the weapon damage rules, the task difficulty. On the other side, it explains pools, how Infinite Edge works, because people still, how assets work and how skills work. Once again, this is really cool. But if I'm being super picky and being really anal about it, they probably could afford to have 2 of these at the table, so they could probably give you a second one of these. But once again, it's not the end of the world that you only get 1.
I think with most things like that, again, it's a starter set, and I just say look at the way it's put together, and I'll get to into my criticisms at the end, because I have some too.
All these criticisms are minor criticisms, to be honest.
Yeah, mine is nothing major. I mean, my biggest problem is I don't like the box that it's in. Because it's, it's definitely not made to put stuff back in and take it out, back in and out, or, that's my issue. You definitely need to take this, and I would say buy what is that? One of those folders with the zipper on it, or use the MCG one if you have one of those.
Oh, you're talking about the actual box itself, right?
Yeah, I'm talking about the actual box itself. I don't like, if I'm going to carry something around, well, you know me, I'm kind of anal about how my stuff looks. Yeah. So I'm one of those people. I like aesthetics. So, I'm going to say it now. The character sheets, I'm going to laminate them. Yeah.
I'm not sure if I would carry this box, but this is similar to the Numenera starter set box.
Yeah, I know.
Even when I ran it, I never carried the box, but I could definitely see your point.
But that's what I'm saying. I can't. I would like to be able to carry the box, but since I can't, so like I said, with my Numenera starter set, that's what I did. I laminated the character sheets. I took the 2 booklets, and I have a what do they call it? File folder, notebook with the zipper on it, and everything stays in there. And it's nice to have it that way, but I would have liked something a little cooler, a little more permanent or something.
I usually buy starter sets for everything. I probably have a couple behind here. I know I have the Dragon's Bane starter set back here.
Oh yeah, I got plenty of them too. I got.
That's a hard. The Dragon's Bane is a hard.
That's like my starter set for the Last Airbender. That box is. I've got that one. I've got the Alien one. I've got the one for Blade Runner. Like you said, got a few of them sitting around. The same thing, I just like that aesthetic where if I can just take that box with me and it's kind of like a showpiece or something I can sit on the table as well, you know.
I
But
feel like
that's
the original 5E starter set box was a sturdy box that you could travel around with. And
yeah.
Ken wrote, he says, I know no one has done this in years, but I miss when they released stuff that was already prepped to go in a 3-ring binder. AD&D, remember AD&D even had
The
the monster
monster.
manual.
I had I still have it.
Yeah.
I still maybe that one's in my storage, but I know I still have mine.
Mm.
So all right,
Also,
let's get into the book.
also you get where to start, and it basically explains everything that's in the box. So if you want to know exactly what to do, what to read first and in what order, which is nice. You know, all this is designed for someone that hasn't ever played a role-playing game, never mind you, Cypher System. So it's always nice to give you a step-by-step process. And then there's also, before we get into the actual thing, I guess these are the 2 maps for the adventures that are in the. I love maps like this because you don't have to use it for the adventure that's written in the book. But you know, you basically got this looks like a cave system and some sort of tunnel or tomb.
And just for everybody out there, there's also a QR code in the book for a third adventure. So you also get a third adventure, you know, PDF of a third adventure that you know, when you buy the starter set too as well. So that's pretty cool.
It'll be cool. Maybe we'll run the starter set adventure or one of these starter sets adventures on the server because I think it'll actually be cool if we did. All right, and this is the player's book. Dean, you got your copy of the player's book on you?
Yep, I'm looking at it right now.
So this is basically a condensed version of the CSR. It gives you the how to play. It gives you examples of play, which is very needed. How to use abilities, how to apply effort. It gives you some ciphers, not many though. What ciphers are?
It goes over everything that's on the cheat card that they give you, you know, but it gives you character advancement, equipment, modifying and building your character types, descriptors, foci, and then there's also a glossary, which I think we should start. I think that needs to be brought back. And I think glossaries, you know, normally, even though it's called a glossary and it's always in the back of the book, I think that they should be strategically placed in the book more so than just at the back, because every game has its own, you know, set of terminologies and so on and so forth that you start out with. So why not have that, you know, easily accessible, like right near the front of the book? That's just me.
I will also say that it gives you 3 full pages of equipment. For a starter set book, I think that's actually really cool. You got 3 pages of equipment and stats. You know, stats for equipment, which is really cool. It shows you the different weapons. There's a section on modifying your character. There's a section on character types. And correct me if I'm wrong, Dean, but I think this only goes to tier 1.
Yeah, it's all like tier 1, you know, because that's literally all. I mean, it's a starter set, so why give you anything? You know, they do talk about character advancement, but you'd have to literally go through the you know, getting the CSR and everything to start doing some real character advancement.
And they give you 9 descriptors and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13 foci to work with, which isn't bad for a starter set.
Well, you got 13 foci. You know, of course, the foci that they're giving you, you know, 10 of them are actually on character sheets, so you get to see them in practice. You know, showing you how the tier 1 characters work. The descriptors. I mean, you can't go wrong. You know,
The artwork is pretty kind of cool on the cover. It has the Stars of Fire artwork on the back.
Yeah.
There's
And
also
what I like in the book too, if you notice in the book,
okay.
if you notice in the book, there's like
Your blue
some,
screen is not letting us see anything.
hold on, let me take it out. The
Well, Dean's trying to fix that. There's a cool advertisement with all the white books in the back. Because the ultimate goal of these starter sets is to get you to buy more stuff. Originally, they want you to buy the CSR book, and after that, they want you to expand to the white book.
So I don't know if it's showing up better now, but what I kind of like is that there's some original artwork, and then there's artwork, from the other books that kind of puts things in perspective as they're talking about the foci. Like Anthony was saying, the artwork, MCG doesn't go wrong with the artwork, no matter what artwork they decide to use.
Jason asks, is there a coupon in the book? That's a great question. I don't know.
A coupon for any? No, there's no coupon that I know of.
That's actually what I did to put a coupon in the book.
Yeah, there's no coupon. I'm not sure a coupon would like a $5 or $10 coupon for MCG is what you're asking about, Chase?
Yeah, like to go to the website and purchase.
Yeah, no coupon. But that's a good idea.
A new proof. Well, it's a starter set, not a finisher set. Where MCG, you're never finished because with the 3 back and kit projects that come out, they're like a credit card company. You're forever in debt. You have to keep on buying more stuff. So, you want to go to the Game Master book, or you want to go to the character sheets, Dean?
Let's do the character sheets, because I think the character sheets are like hella cool, especially with.
Freaking awesome.
I mean, look at the artwork. All right, so what Anthony was saying earlier on, you get the same character as one as a fantasy character, one as a sci-fi version. It's pretty cool, because you see the flexibility in how the same character sentence can be applied to 2 different, genres. I think that's a really big strength, pretty cool.
I mean, it's worth mentioning that the equipment, the ciphers, and the backstory are different.
Yes.
And actually, its interaction with the other NPCs are different. Everything else is the same, but it shows you how, like Dean said, how the versatility of the Cypher system. To be quite honest, that any character could work on any setting with just some minor tweaks and reflavoring. And I just love the concept of what talks to machines in fantasy.
I don't see which character is that?
The
Hawa. Probably.
Oh, that one's different.
That's a different character.
Yeah, that's a different character.
You got Ethan. Okay, so let's see. Aranos and Aranos are the same. Grunkit and Grunkit. Then you have Hua, who talks to machines, and over here you have Ethan, who works miracles.
Okay, so there's one different character.
Pelter.
Yeah, so you basically have 10 foci from the character sheet.
No, there's two different characters. You got Vermelion and Pelter, but then you have Rallin over here, who bears a halo of fire. And you have not Vermil. Pelter, who pilots Starcraft. So you got 2 different characters, and 3 are the same ones.
Oh, so there's 12 different foci then. So it'll be 6. No, it's actually 10. No, 4, 4, 6. Yeah, 10. So 10 different foci, and like what Dean said, these are some sturdy character sheets. It's great that it has artwork on each one. It's also great that not only does it have it's step by step for you. So a new player, there's very little explanations that need to be given, because not only does it tell you the ability, it tells you how to use it, and what each ability is. So between this and the quick information sheet that they give you, you pretty much have everything you want. You would
And
need the system.
the codes on the sheets are really cool too, because they have it like labeled F, T, or D, under your special abilities, letting you know where, if it comes from the focus, the type, or your descriptor. And it's like that across the whole character sheet. Anytime they talk about something, you know where it's coming from. If it's coming from your descriptor, or if it's coming from your type, and so on and so forth. I think those are little things that are going to make this starter set more powerful, in the sense that not only are you using it to introduce people to Cypher, but you're truly teaching them Cypher, and it kind of gets it kind of gets you over the hump, because little things that you might forget, or could be a little confusing, or the player can look right at it and go, hey, wait, that's a type ability. What's that all about, or whatever. So I think that's pretty cool.
They're making fun of our math ability in the chat. I'm a looker, not a mathematician. I'm only on the show for my pretty face.
Well, I wasn't counting anything.
So then the last part of the book we got is the Game Master's Guide, the Game Master's book. And the first few pages, the first 2 chapters are basically how to run the game, how to deal with tasks, awarding XP, when to ask for a role, what the damage track is, cover, and so forth. Basically all the stuff that you would need to run a quick game. Then there's a cipher. There's a nice little list of ciphers. You have 2 pages of ciphers, additional ciphers that are different from the ones that are on the character sheets, which is always nice. So you have something to award the players. I would suggest, if you're new to this, just rewrite all this in a table of 10, just so you have 10 random ciphers you can give your characters. Then there's a chapter on GM intrusions, how GM intrusions work. And then you have a mini monster manual, a mini bestiary. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 additional creatures. And then the 2 adventures start. The first event, D.
No, I was just saying, and the 2 adventures, like we said earlier, were science fiction and fantasy, Creepy News, and what was the other one? Zambit Station.
Yeah, Zambit Station. And these are like Cypher short adventures. You have a quick plot hook that you read aloud. It tells you, or it actually has a cipher list for you. There's 6 ciphers that you could use. And each adventure looks like they're about 6 pages. No, I'm sorry, 5 pages long. With like the fantasy one, looks like a temple.
And what's cool about the adventures too, like you said, they're 5 or 6 pages long. They're very good intros. They can be run, after reading through them a little bit. They could be running, probably 2 hours at most. If you added some stuff and pushed the limits, then of course you could turn it into a typical 4-hour one shot. But what I like about it, what I like about it is that it is kind of short and simple. It's a scenario. To me, it reminds me of a 2-hour episode of a TV show or something, the way they're set up. But they're excellent introductions.
What I like about it is at the end of each adventure, they give you a short little paragraph if you wanted to continue the story, which direction you could go in. And that's like other problems or other. I love that for new GMs because I think part of the problem is, like especially as your first time running a game and you've never played a role playing game before, you could actually run into that problem of, oh, this was fun, but how do we continue? And they give you a little, little blurb on.
Give you some advice on how to continue, but also, like I said,
keep the fun going this direction.
And also, like I said, there's also the ability to download a third adventure, a third free adventure, a PDF of a third free adventure that continues the sci-fi adventure. And it's kind of cool because even that sci-fi adventure could actually be reflavored to be a fantasy adventure as well. So they do a really cool job with that as well.
I might actually move this over to Roll20 because I know we have the PDF for this.
Yeah, we do.
I just actually run this to see if anybody wants to play the starter set. It'll be pretty cool. And this is like what you said, you can run this in 2 hours.
Yeah,
I love beginner adventures.
Yeah, I love intro adventures as well. I think they have a special place in gaming in general. Especially when I'm introducing people to the game, I don't want anybody to feel beholden or like I'm trying to drop in their lap a 6 month, 9 month, 2 year commitment. So having the ability to run a 2 hour game session, and you think about it, you can set it up. If you ran this as a demo, you probably had to take an hour just to talk to your people and kind of set the stage and so on and so forth. Then you would take the 2 hours to run the game, and then again you have another hour at the end, for feedback and general conversation and so on and so forth. So I think the starter set is done, very smartly in that respect.
I used to run the Numenera starter set. My job every year, we have like a game night, and I ran the Numenera starter set like 2 years in a row because it was real easy to just bring it out. Hey, you don't know any, most of the people at my job never played any role playing game, so it's easy to just put that on the table and be like, hey, you want to play something for 2 hours? So I could definitely see doing this.
Yeah.
I think this is a high quality starter set.
I think it's great. I think it's absolutely, like I said, with the exception of my pet peeves, now MCG, what I want you guys to do is actually put out a binder, built for the Numenera starter set and for the Cypher System starter set. I'll buy it, and I know other people will too. We just want a place to keep our stuff so it stay cool and look good.
It gives you everything you need to play 2 full adventures. So you probably have about 3 to 6 hours. 4 to 6 hours of gameplay in this, and it gives you a variety. It gives you a sci-fi and a fantasy one. It gives you everything you need. It gives you additional monsters, additional ciphers. So you could probably, I don't know, maybe 10 hours worth of gameplay on a $20 product, which isn't bad at all, in my opinion. And it's supposed to be designed to spark that love and for fantasy. Love for gaming as a whole. I think for what it's designed for, I think it accomplishes that.
You got to push that up to about 14 to 16 hours an amp because you got another free adventure.
You got to download.
You got to download it, but it's completely free. And like I said, with a little tweaking, it definitely could be run as a fantasy as well. Trying to see where I thought I downloaded it already.
You know what would have been cool? If they would have put the ciphers that were on the character sheets as cipher cards. That's asking for a lot, but it would have been an additional 10 cards?
Something like that.
Yeah. I love the fact that it gives you the maps for both adventures. And most starter sets give you 1 4-hour adventure. This is giving you 2 3-hour adventures, which is kind of different and unique.
Yeah, I think it's
okay, D.
I was just saying for the, what was it, 20? It's $29. So for the $29 that you would spend on it, it's definitely worth it. I mean, even if you know with the fact that the CSR is out there as a CSRD now, a reference document, you really don't even have to buy a book. You know, come to the CU. We'll hook you up with old Gus's page, and you know you're cooking with gas until you do decide to buy a book. And this is just going to show you the flexibility and the elegance of the system of its in of itself.
Yeah, all in all, I think this is a must-have if you're introducing new players to the system, or if you just want to get into the hobby as a whole. Like, I would definitely recommend this. And if you're just a collector like us and you want to be a completionist on all the MCG products, you have to pick one up. You know, I told you this before, but the only MCG product I don't own is the original Docker Kit Numenera starter set. I have the revised one, but literally the only MCG product I do not own is the original Kickstarted starter set that came out with the original Numenera.
Yeah, I actually have that. Because I did the original Kickstarter. I did the first one, so.
I have 2 copies of the revised. I don't have the original. So if anybody has one still sealed in box and want to sell it to me, please hit me up. I asked Tammy, and Tammy said they didn't have any in the warehouse.
There's certain things that are no longer available, like the Reliquary box is you can't get that anymore. For the Strange or for Numenera. Godforsaken is out of print now, so you know, crazy that you would ever think that those things would go out of print.
Oh, the only thing I'm missing is the card set, but I had one. I gave it to you. Remember the playing card set?
Oh, you're talking about the game. You're talking about that? Yeah, that's on the shelf over there.
Yeah.
Because you didn't have any room in your in your bag.
Yeah.
So I put it in my bag. But yeah, it's still sitting on the shelf. I don't think I've ever opened it up.
You've never played it?
Nope. I never played. I read the rules. They're a little bit convoluted, but it does give you the Numenera feel just from reading the rules. But I've never had anybody to play with.
I'll be honest. I never heard great things about it. Like the people.
To me, it's a bit convoluted, and if you're not a gamer, an RPG player at heart, then you'd have difficulty transitioning into trying to play that style of game.
It was a collectible card game, though, right?
Yes and no. It was more like it wasn't collectible. It was a TCG more than a CCG. It was it was all self-contained. There were no more supplements or anything that came out for it. So it was a tactical card play. But like I said, it's over on the show. But this is what Anthony was talking about. Still in the box, still pristine because I'm neurotic. But
Dean, what everybody's saying is why I say you gotta wait a few seconds is because everyone has to watch ads when the thing gets back on, so they didn't hear anything you said. You see a chat like watching the Twitch ads.
Oh, they said Twitch has been having issues all day. Jason C said the darkest router, it hates you. No, guys, so this is what Anthony was talking about. This came out, God, what, 2018, Anthony? 2017?
2018, I think.
Yeah, so we have a copy. None of us have ever played it. I've read the rules. Like I said, the rules seem a little bit convoluted, but it actually has a game board that you place your cards on, and little chits and so on and so forth. So it tries to bring in the card game aspect, but also a board game aspect. Because you have to do certain things and build up certain things in order to win.
Also, it wasn't designed by MCG, correct? It's a separate company.
No, it was from someplace called What's Games. So, and it's kind of, like I said, it's interesting. And I really think one of these days we're gonna have to get together. Maybe we get us a weekend or something, and hang out and try it out for real. But
I am a fan. I'm a huge fan of card games. So
well, that's what I'm saying. So we can definitely let's kind of find us a weekend, because we still need to do that anyway, Anthony. We need to get us a weekend. We got a weekend that we got to go to Kansas City for MCG warehouse. And we also just need to do a weekend. Maybe let's go to. I don't believe I'm about to say this. Maybe we should fly out to Arizona and see Al and hang out for the weekend with Al.
I think we lost connection again. Yeah, we lost.
Yes, the Twitch servers are all fucked up. We're not like it's back now, but the Twitch.
It's not us.
Yeah, it's the Twitch servers for sure. Because my internet is not going down at all. So yeah, it's the Twitch servers.
I'm just gonna give our spiel.
Yeah. I mean, give a little like your final thoughts on the box, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, you're good. We're live. We're recording still. I never stopped the recording.
Hey guys, we have a lot of technical difficulties, so we just gonna do our final thoughts. What's your overall thoughts on the product, the starter set, Dean?
Overall, it's going to be a well spent $30. I'd suggest anybody out there who, likes Cypher System, likes MCG, likes RPGs. This is a must-have. It's so quick and easy to get up and running. Everything you need is right there in the box, and you'll be able to introduce players to the system with so much ease. And as we have said already, how can you go wrong? You're getting 3 adventures, you're getting 10 characters, you're getting dice, you're getting a reference card. Everything you need to get started is right there.
Yeah, I second everything Dean says. I think it's actually a great product for the price point. It can't be beat, especially if you want to teach a new group how to role play in general. For $30, you can't go wrong. You probably have 10 hours of gameplay with this one box alone. So you absolutely can't go wrong. I highly recommend it. I also want to ask if you want us to do some more unboxings. Like I said, I usually have 2 of everything. So I'm sitting right behind me. I have I have Stealing Stories for the Devil still sealed.
I got one of those.
I have the deluxe edition still sealed. I have the Old Gods Collector's Edition still sealed right there. So if you want us to do an unwrapping of one of the Collector's Editions, we could do that as well.
My Cypher System Deluxe Edition is still sealed.
So if you want to let us know in the chat down below or on YouTube if you want us to start doing that sort of stuff. And also, I just want to say that what's that? Oh, that's the Numenera.
The character.
That's the tokens. Yeah,
the character standees, that's still sealed.
Yeah, that's actually pretty cool. I have an open one of that. But I don't play in person enough to actually utilize it. I wish I did.
Like I said, I'm trying to get a real table together, but it's always so difficult,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
If you like us and you like what we do, join the Cypher Unlimited Discord server for all things Monty Cook games. We have the largest fan-run Discord server for everything MCG. Games being run almost daily and great conversations being had. But if Discord's not for you, join our Facebook group. It's not as big as our Discord, but still great conversations being had there daily. Our videos are always free, but if you want to support us financially in any way, give us a little donation on Ko-fi. It helps us out tremendously with little things like costs and whatnot. Or give us, if you find it in the kindness of your heart, give us a subscription here on Twitch. Or like, share, and subscribe our videos on YouTube. We still trying to grow both platforms as fast as we can on both. And so any help we can get in that front will be greatly appreciated. Or go to our online store and pick up some cool Cypher Unlimited merch like the shirt Dean got on or the hat I got on. And last but not least, we love you guys.
Yep. thank you so much for sticking through with all this nonsense. I guess the Twitch servers are getting hit pretty hard right now. But I will definitely stitch this together and get it on YouTube for tomorrow, hopefully in a little bit more of a pleasant format. But either way, thank you guys so much for coming by, sticking through, and from us at the CU, we will see you later. Peace.
Peace.